Hey y'all, it's Kaylee. Today we're going to talk about boom cards. What are boom cards? Well, they're similar to PowerPoint or Google Slides in a way that they're interactive, but they're more similar to games that the kids can play on their electronic devices. So to create boom cards, you've got to use the boom platform. So I'm gonna walk you through a little bit of that throughout the rest of the video, but we're really just gonna focus on creating those boom cards today. And in the next video, I'm gonna show you guys some of the extra things that I had to do in order to upload this to TPT. So let's hop right into it. So I like creating my boom stuff in PowerPoint. So to do that, I'm going to change the slide size here to 7 by 5 inches, okay? Then I want to change the background for my product, and I'm going to pull that up here real quick. All right, so now that I have the background in there, I want to insert my rocket ship. So let me pull that up. So now that I have my rocket ship all pulled up, I'm going to start creating my rocket. Now that I have my rocket ship built, I want to insert a rectangle down at the bottom for my subtraction problems. I'm going to fill it with white, but I'm going to make the transparency 20% so I can still kind of see the stars and stuff behind it. Now I'm going to insert my subtraction problem. Now that I have my subtraction problem created, I need to create 9 more slides just like this with 9 more different subtraction problems. Now that I have all 10 of my slides created, I need to make the window for the rocket. The window is going to hold the answer for my subtraction problem. Now, because I have a picture and then the text box is over the picture, I need to group them together in order for me to save the whole picture as a PNG. And I'm going to continue to do numbers 0 through 12. So I'm going to make 11 more windows. Once I have all the windows created and saved as PNGs, they're going to be my graphics that I'm going to use on the Boom platform. I also need to save all of my slides as a picture in order for me to insert it into the Boom platform. So let's do that real quick. Okay, so here we are on the Boom platform on my computer. So here you can kind of see the overview of it down here, up here at the top. These 3 icons will tell you a little bit more about what students do, what teachers do, and how to be a creator or a maker, as they say here on Boom. But I'm going to scroll down to the bottom to show you the membership plans, because that's really important for us to know. So starter is free. Then you have the basic, which is $15 per year, power is $25 per year, and the ultimate is what I have, which is $35 per year. The ultimate allows you to sell in the marketplace. If you notice, all 3 of these do not. So if you want to create and sell in the Boom platform, as well as being able to sell on Teachers Pay Teachers, you're gonna need the ultimate membership plan. Now I'm going to scroll back up to the top so you can kind of see the overview, but now I'm going to go to my studio, right? The studio is where you're gonna be creating all of your decks and where you're gonna be importing your images and things. But really, as a creator, you're gonna really focus on the make decks, the fonts, the images, the sounds, and the bundles buttons down at the bottom. And we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to start creating your deck. To start creating, I need to go ahead and import all of those images that I created. So I'm going to create a new folder and I'm going to name it Rocket Subtraction Freebie. Okay, so now I'm going to select that folder, and then I'm going to go ahead and upload all those images that I created. So I like to scroll to make sure everything is still there. So it looks like it is. So now I'm going to go back to my studio button. I'm going to go and start creating my deck, but you can insert fonts if you want to. But I'm going to go select make decks and select new deck. Okay, so now that we have selected new deck, I'm going to go and name this deck. So I'm going to name it Subtraction Freebie for right now. Okay, and it should go ahead and save automatically. All right, next I'm going to come to my cards. Okay, you have all these different buttons, and we'll go over that a little bit as I go along. But I'm going to go to cards, new cards from images, and I'm going to select all of the slides that I created. I went back to my slides and added my name down at the bottom with the copyright, just because I realized that I didn't do that. So there's going to be an extra card right here. I'm going to just delete that, and now I have cards 1 through 10. Okay, and here's my copyright down below. Anyways, I need to figure out how to put the window into the rocket ship. So I'm going to do a multi-pix. We're actually going to use this template card here in a few minutes, but I'm going to make it a little bit smaller, drag it over here, make it just a little bit smaller. All right, I think that's the size that I'd like. Okay, now I need to have a spot here on the rocket ship so that when I drag my pictures from here, that they have a space to be dropped. So to do that, I'm going to insert a text box on top of my rocket. All right, and make that text box a little bit bigger. Delete the text. All right, and now you have a box here in the middle of your rocket, okay? Now, to save us some time, we're gonna put both this box and these 4 picture boxes into our template card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down the shift key. So I'm gonna select that box, hold down the shift key, select our 4 squares here, and we're gonna hold down Control C, select the template card, Control V, okay? So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this space as a drop zone, okay? And then all of these pictures here, we're gonna take out the outline because we don't need it. But all these pictures here, I need to make sure that I'm selecting each individual picture, okay? I'm gonna make that draggable, make this draggable, draggable, and draggable, okay? Now, when you come here, you're gonna see that each individual picture has a white background, and we want that to be transparent. So we're gonna go back to the template card, and we're going to go to background, color, and there's a transparent option. And we're gonna do that with each one. And then we need to go to the border around it. And we're going to make the border transparent as well. Now you can kind of see that there's no border around it and everything's transparent. So once you have the background the way that you want it, you're going to enter your pictures. And to do that, you're going to double tap and you're going to just insert all the pictures that you would like to use for that slide. And you're going to do that for each slide. Alright, so now that you have all of your windows created, now we're going to go back up to the top and we are going to make this draggable. So we're going to select the item that is correct, and you need to make sure that the pointer goes over the flag, because if not, it's not going to snap into the box. So each one of these circles are going to move, but only the 10 is going to show up as correct. So we're going to do that with each individual card. Alright, so now that we are done selecting and dragging and dropping our circles or our windows, I'm going to go back up to the top and I'm going to select the preview button and see if this works. So let's drag in 8. Whoop. So that part works. Let's see if this part works. Awesome. And it'll take you to the next one. So another thing that I like to do is I'm going to go back up here to the top to my template and I'm going to snap to center. That way it just looks a little bit more clean when the kids are dragging and dropping the picture. Alright, and I believe that that is done the way that I like it. So now I'm going to go back to the bottom and we're going to fill this part out. Okay, so now that we're in here, I want to change this. I'm going to change it to rocket subtraction, if I can actually spell correctly. I'm going to put in my cover image later, and that'll be in a separate video. So I'm going to put in my grades. It can be for kindergarten, first and second grade. Keywords, this is really good for people who start searching for your boom cards. I'm going to type in subtraction, push the enter button so that keyword pops up. Subtraction, and I'm just going to go ahead and add in a couple more keywords. Alright, so now that I added a couple more keywords, I can put some more in there later if I want to, but that's what I'm going to stick with right now. I'm going to leave the price as 0 since this is a freebie. And then I'm also going to choose randomized cards so that when the kids start playing, that the cards don't show up as the same each time. Okay, I'm gonna go to subject. We're gonna go with mathematics. You can choose to have an on-screen keyboard if you need to, but I'm just gonna leave that be. This is the about, so this would be where I'm going to enter my subscription. Oh my goodness, description. And that'll be in my next video as well. So we'll fill that out in just a few minutes, as well as the acknowledgements. The acknowledgements are pretty important, just as you would create a terms of use page for your TPT resources. It's important to acknowledge the people who you've bought the clip art from and the people who you've purchased the fonts from. So make sure you do that as well. And then down here at the back, you're going to say list in other marketplaces. And so you would select that. But here it says publish this deck to unlock URLs. So I'm going to have to go back in my next video and I'm going to fill out the description and the acknowledgements, as well as publish this to my store. And I'm going to show you how to take your boom cards and sell them on TPT as well, and not just in the boom platform. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you can check out my other cool videos coming up. I'll catch you guys later. Bye!